Good evening, guys, and welcome to another episode of Crypto Space tutorials. This is like our fourth episode. So today we are going to be going straight into trading. So trading is simply the act of buying and selling goods and services. Just like you go to the market, you purchase a good, and you pay for it. So that good that you are buying, it has a price. You are buying the good at a price. You are asking for the good, or let me say you are bidding for the good, and when you want to sell that particular good, you're asking someone to come and buy the good. So that's basically trading. And also cryptocurrency trading, that's basically how it works. Trading, buy, sell, buy, sell. So that's basically trading. So next we move to cryptocurrency exchange. So what's a cryptocurrency exchange? So um, also known as digital currency exchange. So these are businesses that allow customers to trade cryptocurrencies, just like the stock market. So a cryptocurrency as an exchange where cryptocurrencies are traded. So you can trade on exchanges via Bitcoin as the starting currency. Let's say from your fiat, your naira, whatever currency you use in your country, deposit it into the exchange. So you get Bitcoin before you deposit into the exchange. Some exchanges they support the use of credit cards for deposits. So they'll just debit you. You have your Bitcoin in your exchange already. Some exchanges. So now we have exchanges. They differ. An example that I listed here: Binance, Huobi, Upbit, Coin Exchange, Cryptopia. So we have a lot of them: Poloniex, Bittrex, IDEX, KuCoin. So there are a lot of cryptocurrency exchange. So next we move to factors to consider when choosing an exchange. So you guys should take this very, very important. So number one, the language. Now cryptocurrency currency exchanges, they depending on the location of the company, is going to the website, the exchange is going to be optimized in such a way to serve its locality first before any other surrounding. So I want to talk of factors to consider when choosing an exchange. You have the language factor. So the locality that the cryptocurrency exchange was established was probably maybe in the United States, and the language used there, English. Just like Bittrex, US-based exchange, default language is English. We have other, say, Bitstomp, Korean exchanges. The default language there is going to be the Korean language, although we can use translators to translate the language from whatever language to the language you understand. Google Translator can do that on the website, or any translator you can install as an extension. Or if you use Google Chrome, you can easily translate to English that you understand. But sometimes the translator may not be able to translate very accurately to the language you understand. There may be a bug here or there. It can't be 100% accurate. So that's what I'm trying to say. So that's why I say you need to consider the language when choosing an exchange. So you need to choose an exchange that they use the language you understand. Although exchanges now, you don't most times now you don't need a translator to translate the language for you. because the website itself, the exchange itself, supports other language where you can just select an option, choose English, choose Spanish, choose French, choose whatever language you understand, so you can trade with that language. So second, we have is security. Some exchanges have security issues over the past. They are not trusted by people. They have one loophole or the other, always going on, always going offline to fix one thing or the other. So when an exchange is not organized, you can see the signals. You can see that, okay, these people, look at their customer support, look at the security issues, look at hacks, look at the history of hacks on the exchange before you choose that, okay, I can send my money to this exchange and I'm safe with it there. Although overall no exchange is safe, the best place to store whatever crypto you have, safe for long term, is your own wallet. Your own personal wallet, where you have the private keys to the wallet, is the best place you can store your cryptocurrency. No matter the coin you want, as long as you're not day trading it. Let's say you want to hold it for long term, it's best to store it in an exchange. The value is still going to increase there, and when you're ready to sell, you send it back to the exchange and sell it off. So you don't need to hold coins for long term in an exchange wallet, because you have no control over your crypto. You don't have the private keys. All you have is your login details to the exchange, and if all of a sudden you can't log in, you can't find your money there again, you have no one to cry to. Your money is going to be gone just like that. But recently, with the rise of decentralized exchanges, so it's going to be more safer to keep money in exchanges and stuff. But that's just an upcoming invention. Work is still being done on that. So when it's fully established, then we will look more into that. So trading options is also a factor to consider when choosing an exchange. When you talk of trading options, I'm talking of trading pairs. We talked of trading pairs in our last tutorial. Trading pair say the amount of coins on the exchange, trading against whether the BTC market, Ethereum market, or Tether market. So you want to be a part of an exchange that have quite a number of coins, a variety of coins that you can trade. So you don't just want to be limited to an exchange that only has like 10 coins and you're limited to those 10 coins. So it's not cool. You need something better. You need an exchange that can trade, that say has a lot of coins, where you can do your own research and look for which one is best to trade. So I mean by trading options. Then accessibility. How easy you can access an exchange also determines trading on the exchange. The access time from the access time of the website. Let's say an exchange now, the website probably is not stable. It takes time to load. It's not responsive. It lags. The access time is very, very high. So accessibility also matters. You don't want to trade on an exchange whereby, let's say you want to catch up with the price of a coin, and before you can even place your trade, it's something else. So you don't want to trade on that kind of exchange. You want to trade on an exchange that have good servers that can keep up with the pace of people trading on the exchange. Not an exchange that can crash at any point in time and always going on journeys to fix their problem. So accessibility, very important. You can also talk of accessibility in another view when it comes to API keys. I'm going to talk about API keys later. When it comes to um, like you're being able to synchronize your exchange accounts with probably a mobile app or something else. So choice now, um, choice at the end of the day is your choice to choose the exchange you want to trade on. As you know, I didn't mention any exchange while treating this topic. I intentionally did not mention any exchange, so it's left for you to do your own research. Look for the exchange that best suits you to trade according to these factors that I listed here. They may not be in the order of their importance. Maybe security is supposed to be on top, maybe their language and accessibility. So just combine them, look for the exchange that best suits you so that you won't have problem in the future. It's your choice. So next move to application programming interface. That's the full meaning of API. So what's this API? We always hear. So now API is simply a layer of program that allows two or more applications to communicate seamlessly. Now I'm going to be using a waiter analogy to explain how API actually works. So imagine yourself at a restaurant and you have your money with you. The food is where it's being served, but you need a means of communication, a process whereby you offer money and you choose the meal you want, and the meal is being brought to you. So all this is solved by a waiter. A waiter delivers the menu to you. You choose what you want on the menu and takes the menu back to where the food is being served. Select what you want and bring it back to you. So that's the waiter in this explanation. This scenario is the API. So that's basically what the API does. The API takes information from user, use that information to filter data from a source and gives you back an output. So now how can we relate to API? API in general is not used in trading alone. API, they are used in various aspects of our digital lives and you may not even realize it. It's like a very core layer to all these applications we see. See, they run so seamlessly, connect to each other. You know, you sign in your Google account on your phone, you sign it in on your laptop, and all of a sudden everything is synchronizing. So all these are application programming interface running. So now how can we relate this to our trading? Left to me, your API keys, they are meant to be kept secret and safe because depending on the settings, you can withdraw from your trading accounts with API. Take Bittrex for example. Now, first, if you want to enable your API, you have to log into the website, log into your account, and go to settings, enable your 2FA. After doing that, you'll be able to generate your API key. You are going to be giving your API key and your secret key. With those two information, you can use it to access your Bittrex account without logging into your Bittrex account through an app like Foxy Trader, Tab Trader. So there are a lot of apps you can synchronize your portfolio with. Now, while creating your API key, you see the option on Bittrex where it says it shows you to enable what your API can do. So basically, you want your API to be able to do all the listed above things except withdrawal. You don't want your API key to be able to withdraw, because when you are going to be using it on a third-party application, you don't trust the application. So to be as safe as possible, you need to disable the withdrawal of the API key. So you can use it to place bids, sell, view the market, view your portfolio and stuff, but disable withdrawal. Some apps have the ability for you to withdraw from the exchange with your API keys, but it's safer doing it directly from the website where you know that you are safe. Because say for example, the third party application, something goes wrong with them and all of a sudden you can't find your funds again. You just received a notification that some amount has been withdrawn from your account. So you are going to be pissed about that. You won't really like that. You can't trace the third party application anyway. So to avoid stories that touch the heart, it's better you disable the withdrawal function. So the advantage of using the API keys, it saves you the stress of logging into your exchange account every time you want to place a trade, or sell off a coin, or view your portfolio in general. So it saves you the time. Then the disadvantage of using API is, like, let's say for example the third party app, something goes wrong with them. So maybe the trades start placing themselves, things happen. This is technology we're talking about. This is 1 and 0, so anything can go wrong anywhere. At the end of the day, it may be best to trade everything with your exchange accounts and not use your API keys at all, but disable the withdrawal feature and everything is going to be fine using your API key. We've looked at the importance of APIs already, so I'm going to make another video showing how to link your API keys with TapTrader and Foxy Trader. Foxy Trader is a very good app that I do use in trading, so you can adopt using Foxy Trader or TapTrader, whichever you want, but I find it more convenient using Foxy Trader. So Foxy Trader is for Bittrex alone. TapTrader, you can use other exchanges on TapTrader. So we'll move to securing your exchange account. So here are some measures you can use to secure your exchange account. First one, enable your two-factor authentication always. Complete any form of verification required by the exchange. Do not store your login details online. When I say online, I mean your Google account. Don't save it on your email. Don't save it anything like online. Once it's online, your chances of getting compromised has just increased. So you can look for other alternative methods of saving them. Memorizing works. Writing down a piece of paper, keeping it very safe works. Then try to change your login details after a period of time, from 2 months upward. Try changing your login details. Then protect your device from hackers. So try as much as possible to protect your device from hackers. You can't just so in doing that involves taking note of the kind of websites you visit. Websites that are prone to hacks. Make sure you are entering the right link. Okay. Then don't share your mobile devices or your PC that I use for cryptocurrency business with friend, family, whoever. Don't share. It's for your own safety. And save bookmarks of exchanges you access frequently to ensure you always enter the correct website. On my PC, I have the bookmarks of all the exchanges I visit frequently. So I'm not googling. I'm not going on Google to Google any exchange to enter, because you can easily be led to a fake exchange where you're going to give them your login details, and your chances of getting hacked has just increased. So don't do that. So now we're going to be talking about USDT. USDT stands for United States Dollar Theta. So this is a crypto owned by the CEO of Bitfinex, under a company called Theta Limited. Theta is pegged to the price of $1 and serves as a reserve. In future lessons, we are going to consider effect of printing on Theta to cryptocurrencies, but I just want you to know what Theta is. Bitcoin we trade is traded against a Theta. It's pegged to the Theta, so that it's like a means of measurement. The same way we compare the price our naira to United States dollar as rate whenever we want to make deals, the same way Bitcoin is compared to the United States dollar. That's why we have a coherent value of Bitcoin. Tickers and pairs. Just going over tickers and pairs again. So a pair is a trading option that depicts a crypto and what it is trading against. So the crypto on the left hand side is always trading against the one on the right hand side. So the example you can see on your screen: BTC slash USDT, Zoin slash BTC, Cardano slash USDT, Bitcoin Cash slash BTC. So for the first example, which is BTC slash USDT, we can say that Bitcoin is trading against United States dollar theta, which simply means that you are buying USDT in the USDT market using BTC. I hope you understand that. Basic exchange terminologies. So my battery is low right now. I wanted to take us to Bitrex website to show us what I'm going to be talking about. Okay. So the Bitcoin market is a market where you trade altcoins against Bitcoin. You trade altcoins to increase your Bitcoin. You buy altcoins with Bitcoin and you sell off your altcoins to get Bitcoin. That's what the Bitcoin market is. Same goes for Ethereum market and the USDT market also. Next we move to Bitask: 24 hours low, 24 hours high, last price and volume. What are bits? Okay, bits are the bits are the buy orders on an exchange. They show the price at which people want to buy and the amount people want to buy. So it's always arranged from the highest order to the lowest order. Asks are the people willing to sell, arranged from the lowest ask as the cheapest to the most expensive. Then we move to 24-hour high. 24-hour high is the highest price a coin has gotten to in the space of 24 hours. While 24 hours low is the lowest a coin has gotten to within the space of 24 hours. Last price is the last price, just as the name depicts, the last price of that a cryptocurrency was bought on an exchange. And the volume shows the activity on the exchange, the amount of Bitcoin people are using to trade on the exchange and on that particular cryptocurrency. So we have the market limits, order limits, buy limits, sell limits, stop loss, and stop profit. Okay, so market limit is the direct amount you want to buy crypto at the current price. When you use the market limit to buy, your order gets filled immediately. The buy limit is now gives you option to buy at whatever price you want. You can set a limit to buy when the coin gets to a particular level, and when it gets there it buys for you. Sell limit, same thing, you can set the coin to sell when it gets to a particular price and the sell executes. Then you also have the stop loss. The stop loss is more like a condition whereby you want your coin to be sold. You put the amount of coin you want to be sold. When the price reaches a particular point, you want it to sell it off. So that's why stop loss is. Stop profit is basically your sell order. You want your coin to sell when it gets to your target. So don't mind me. So to help us understand stop loss better, so I used I compiled this little statement here to help us understand, in case you still don't understand. I'm still going to make a video on how to use stop loss on Bittrex, on Binance. That's basic exchanges we use. So I'll make a video on that. Okay, so from here we have the constants. The constant here is floor price, so we are using fuel as an example for this topic. Assuming the price of fuel is 200 naira per liter and we want to buy 10 liters. So now our order is now to buy 10 liters of fuel if the price of fuel is less than 230 naira per liter. Meanwhile, the price of 1 liter now is 200. So this is a valid statement. It's going to execute because the present price of fuel is 200 naira per liter. So the same way your stop loss operates, when the price reaches a particular point, you want it to do something. So that's how it operates. Stop loss is important because it helps you to minimize risk on a trade. If a trade is going sideways, your stop loss is going to be there to make sure that you are not bleeding out of the trade. So it also helps you to sleep with rest of mind. Like you place the trade and you don't have to be constantly on your screen to make sure the trade is doing fine. So you can sleep knowing that, okay, if it gets to this point, I'm off the market, period. It also helps when you have a money management plan. We are going to talk about money management later on. So when you have a money management plan, stop loss can help you execute those plans efficiently. Disadvantage of stop loss. So if you don't use stop loss wisely, they are going to mess up your trading experience and weaken your morale. It can frustrate you and make you take impulsive decisions. In the sense that, okay, you just set a stop loss without really understanding what you are trading. So, and when that happens, although trades do go sideways sometimes without something so unpredictable happens in a trade, but most times when you do the right technical and fundamental analysis, you don't place stupid stop losses. A stupid stop losses is the type that gets executed and the coin still does well. So it can frustrate you and make you take impulsive decisions like even buying Bitcoin when it's high just because you don't want to miss out on profits. So that can be a disadvantage. So we've come to the end of this video, and I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're not really doing a lot of exploration in this video because I'm watching something here. So this is Bittrex. This is Bittrex market. This is the volume. You can see the percentage change in price and the last price it was bought. At the top, you can see the total volume of Bitcoin trading on the exchange. So, like I said, this is the Bitcoin market. This is the Ethereum market. This is the total volume of Ethereum trading on Bittrex. So these are the coins. This is the USD Theta market also. Alright, so here we go. So under settings, you can get your APIs, you can check your orders, you can check your wallet, you can change your theme, and you can log out. So we're going to be doing more of real technical analysis and fundamental analysis later on. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something.